Find yourself a girl, Pete.
Find yourself a dozen. I've got your permission, have I, Dad?
Permission? My thoughts will be with you.
I think as the film became very popular, it was very popular when it was released, indeed. It has become a cult film now, I think, and quite rightly so, especially made by Val Guest, a remarkable man, I think, remarkable film director. Val used to accept schedules that no other director would touch. And naturally, of course, as far as the producers are concerned, they didn't know the film would be a success that it was, that it turned out to be. And of course, the shorter the schedule, the less money is spent. And of course, that's very important. Just as important now, in fact, more important now than it was even then.
800 words, how to be happy though radiated. I suppose thrombosis comes out.
Sorry we kept you up, Bill.
Oh, it's an honor and a pleasure. I've always wanted to work an 8-day week.
We made that film, for example, in 5 weeks, I think. I think it would take a lot longer nowadays.
This is Maguire, the science editor who unearths the deadly facts.
I always I thought the character being the scientific correspondent was a bit far-fetched, seeing the sort of character he was. And yet, on the other hand, I suppose it's all too normal these days to get unlikely characters.
Supposing the combined thrust of the explosions shifted the tilt of the Earth.
Oh, come on, Bill.
That would alter the climatic regions. A complete change in the world's weather. A new ice age for some, new tropics, a new equator. I don't know what else, it's all guesswork.
It's all science fiction.
So were rockets to the moon and manned satellites.
Jeannie, the girl on the government switchboard.
What a good actress. From a family of troopers, as they say, born in a stage basket, or a prop basket, as they say. Yes, excellent actress. She's gone now too, of course.
Oh, hello. Have you come to fix this?
Well, I hadn't, but for you, why not?
Oh, I'm sorry. They said they'd send someone. Can I help you? Nearly everyone's gone home.
Yeah, I'd like a copy of tonight's official line release.
Drink problem,
what?
apparently.
The official
She
release.
eventually married
don't
an
tell her
actor
too much.
called Ian Henry, who also drank a bit. And they used to have terrible rows and knock each other about. Something rotten, God bless her. She used to come into the studio of a morning looking like death. And she used to make herself up. I used to gladly go into the makeup, feeling one could relax in the chair and have people do soothing things to your face. And she used to make herself up. And she used to come out, it used to take her a long time. And she came out and from looking like death when she arrived, came out looking absolutely gorgeous.
Success. No smudges.
And this is all I get, sweetie?
That's all you get.
Wouldn't like a drink, a meal, or a lift home?
Correct. Just for my record, I like your name.
Peter Stenning. Just for my record, I'd like yours.
Peter Stenning.
Yeah.
Express?
Oh, you've heard of me.
Oh, yes. And if you're Peter Stenning, that's not all you get.
Oh, great, great.
You get this too, sweetie. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to dive back into the pool.
And Stenning, one-time ace reporter.
Eddie Judd. Whatever happened to Edward Judd, as they say? But I think he thought, rather, he imagined that he was well on the way because he had, after all, been chosen to play the lead in a good script, a good part, interesting story, well written.
There you are, Jacko. Read all about it, including the carbon. Slash what you want. I'm going home.
Home?
Yes, I've done enough work for one lifetime.
But you have to be injected.
Against what? The end of the world?
I thought he was well on the way. But apparently he just vanished. He went into limbo. The last thing I saw him do was on telly, where he does a commercial for, watch out, there may be a bike about.
If you imagine this is your car, then this is a motorcycle.
And of course overacts like Stig.
Think once, think twice.
Think bike. I don't know why he was dropped there, because I thought he did a very good job.
Yes? Right? Miss Evans? All right, move and hit hard. We'll write your story. I'm not sold on it, but I'll print it. It might force something big.
Yes, Christensen, the real editor, or the news editor as he was. Yes. Excellent job, I think. Worried sick about remembering lines, couldn't remember lines. Not surprising, nor can a lot of actors.
I only know what I read in these agency reports, and I only know what I see on this map. Southern France, Sicily, Libya, 10 days of torrential rain in their peak summer month, the Nile flooding the Egyptian deserts for the first time in known history. Look, it's a straight line. Follow it down. Here's Western Australia, arid wastes, 2 feet deep in water. New Zealand, floods, and at home an untabled eclipse.
Val thought it was a great triumph, I think, that he was getting the actual news editor of the Express to play himself in the film. He wasn't very popular as a news editor among his staff, I mean.
I'm not joking about this, are you?
Look, all I know is what I read in the papers. There may be some after effects atmospherically due to the bomb, but quite frankly, I wouldn't know.
Well, I want to know.
Thank God he didn't try to be an actor. I'm sure Val impressed on him time and time again. I want you to play yourself and nobody else. Don't play some news editor or other. Play Christensen. Play yourself.
Can you give us anything to go on?
Nothing, except that I've heard that the boffins are running around like lunatics, putting bits and pieces together that might add up to a very big story indeed. I want it, and I want it first.
He was reputed to be a very hard man, although he looked just the opposite, a very mild sort of looking chap with a bespectacled face. Even so, he was a very hard man, I believe, in his job when he did it properly. I was very impressed with the set, because the set was in fact a film set, but it was copied faithfully from the news office in the Express building, which is in Fleet Street. But it was an identical copy of the newsroom. And as such, I think it worked beautifully, wonderfully well. The last scene in the play, the last shot, is of St. Paul's Cathedral, panning up to the cross on the top. And Eddie Judd saying, "Oh, that's a very good shot of you, Leo." And I said, "Yes, but I look a bit cross."